Good afternoon, everybody. We are at the Port Grocer in Port Medway today, and I am joined by Annabelle and Deb, who own and operate the Port Grocer, and Anne and Barb, also from FarmWorks with me. Annabelle, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I work as an environmental consultant as well as owner-operator of the Port Grocer.
What about yourself, Deb?
I cook. It's what I do. It's what I am. Sweaty cook.
And owner.
And owner. Yeah, it's hard for me to wrap my head around owner.
Yeah.
Because I've always been just cook. So.
Well, you make delicious food.
Thank you.
All right, so my next question for you is, what was in this building before you guys took it over?
It was it was a little convenience store, and they had a little seasonal takeout with apparently really good fish and chips, which people haven't let us forget. And we used to come here for great fish and chips, and we don't do it anymore. But yeah, they ran it as a convenience store. Post office. It's been here. They have Vernon Dion fishing supplies. The fishermen could come and get what they needed when they went out on the boats.
And still can.
And still can, yes.
The building's been a grocery store of some sort since it was built, I think, in 1901.
Okay.
So it's always been a center for shopping.
Yeah, the people that built the house lived in it. They had it as a house, and then they set it, parted it up as the store. So it's always been some kind of store.
So what inspired you guys to establish the Port Grocer?
I think we saw a need for sure. Wendy, the farmers, the family who owned the business before, they'd run it as the convenience store, seasonal takeout for about 10 years, and Wendy was tired. She was ready to retire. And the building had been on the market for about 3 years, and we just saw that there was potential toward the building, saw the opportunity that it created, saw the need within the community. I've lived in Queens County since 2011. Beautiful, beautiful area, but didn't realize that I was moving to a place with very little access to fresh, healthy, local food. And so we saw an opportunity to do a little bit of work around changing that.
So why did you approach FarmWorks?
Well, we were able to get some financing, but we couldn't get it all. And FarmWorks, I mean, they work with the kind of people that we need to be in contact with. They have all the sources for the local foods and farms, and you know, it's a win-win for us, and hopefully for them too.
Yeah, we have a similar mandate around recreating community and also around providing local access to food, local food, Nova Scotia grown food.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about the impact that the Port Grocer has had on the community?
You need to talk that way.
Well, we see that it's had quite a large impact on the community. Today we're buying peaches locally, grown just up the road. Billy Stevens has been providing us with tomatoes and plums. We get local produce dropped off all the time, romaine lettuce, zucchinis, you name it. If someone has extra, they now bring it to the Port Grocer. Sometimes it's just an offering, here you go, we'd love you to have this. Other times we agree on a price and we buy it from them. We do a community market on Sunday mornings. Those vendors, there's probably, 8 or 10, sometimes 12 regular vendors. Those vendors now have access to 60, 80, 100 people a day that they hadn't had access to before because people are coming for brunches. There's a new business down the road, Pam Purvis, and she's opened a small gallery, which we know that she's been able to do because people are just from word of mouth and a couple little signs on the highway seeing that there's a great place to eat with amazing coffee in Port Medway. So they're coming off the highway, they're touring. We know another gentleman who's been able to rent his house as a guest house. Again, he puts out the promotional material, and it's the Port Grocer, great food, go for brunch. lunch, pup nights. So we know that it's having a significant impact on the
You
local
also have
economy.
your musical venues and
Yeah, we do
Yoga
music,
courses.
live music, and again, that's bringing people here. There's another shop. We just opened another small shop, a consignment art space upstairs. So Shelley Stevens, Shelley now lives in Windsor, but because of this new business opportunity for her, she's going to be able to move back here. They've got their house on the market, and she's preparing to move back to Port Medway, which is where her family is and where she wants to be. So, yeah, there's lots.
Yeah.
What else?
People are just happy to have us here, just to be able to come in and it's like, wow, you guys have done amazing things. They just like to be here. It's just, we're bringing more people into the community, so it's like the community's been revived. There's people around, they tell us, oh my God, I can't believe how many cars were parked around the street. How many people do you have in there for brunch anyway? It's like there were so many cars, and it just blows their mind. And they come down to see what's going on at the Port Grocer. There's all those cars down there, we gotta get down. So it's, it's
Did
just like,
you mention your community garden too?
we haven't yet.
We haven't mentioned the community garden, but yes, we do have a community garden. It's our first summer, and we've been actively
Pulling greens and
what's the word? Harvesting. We've been actively harvesting product for the cafe,
and there's
and
people
other
that
people
help
too.
people that help put the garden in. They come over and they pick whatever they want and go home and make a little something with it. We're over there fighting, every now and then. Wait a minute, it's my tomato.